Hi, my name is Mike Reed, and I'm coming to you with this video about Lear. Lear is an ice merchandiser manufacturer. This video is going to explain to you who they are, why you should know who they are, what their products are, where their products are, and how best to serve them. Once again, I'm Mike. I'm a commercial appliance technician here to give you guys information, something that you can use. And without further ado, we're going to get into this. What you see on your screen right here is the page for Lear, www.leerinc.com, LEERINC.com. Now, Lear is a company that's been around since the 1950s. As you're going to find out, quite a few of these companies have been around since the 50s. These machines are everywhere. You're going to find them in grocery stores, inside and out. You're going to find them at gas stations, inside and out. You'll find them at some hotels, uh, various different locations. As you can see here, they have trailers. They even have walk-ins. So here's the Lear walk-in that I wasn't even aware of until I started checking out this information for you guys. I'll show you a couple of pictures. So here we go. Sorry about that. Just the other day, I was at a stoplight about 2 lights from my home, and I looked over and I said, oh, wow, there's a Ready Ice guy working on the Lear. They have like Icy and Ready Ice. They have a couple of people that are major clients for them. But as you can see, these are just a unit with a condenser on top, the evaporator inside with about 1 or 2 fan motors to circulate that freezing cold air. There's not much to the system. Now, you're going to find that these systems are primarily, they're going to be R290. Here's one inside. They make indoor and outdoor units. Here's one in Dollar Tree. Let me see if I have a better picture. There we go. Here's a better picture. So it says owned and maintained by Dollar Tree. So a small amount of the ones that you see are actually owned by IC. The vast majority are owned by these individual companies. So this Lear is owned by Dollar Tree. I've actually, in other videos, I've given out the information as to who Dollar Tree is contacting for these dispatches. Let me see what other pictures we got here. Yeah, here's another one that's outside, and there's all Lear. Lear is the leader in this market. And you're talking about units that are, let's see if I have a picture for you guys. You're talking about units that are starting out around $3,000. This one doesn't have any refrigeration to it. It's just a cooler. You got some that are $3,000, and they creep on up 6,200, 3,000, 4,000, and they go on up 5,000. As you see in the description, they're all telling you. Let's see here. They're all telling you, hey, these are R290. Everybody now has to make a unit, and it's going to be some kind of hydrocarbon. See, they say right here. This one it's right in the model number, 30CS R290. It's a 36-inch. 40 CSL R290, 51-inch. So you've seen these in gas stations, grocery stores. You've seen these all over. There are various different prices. See, here's one that's about $7 grand. So the prices vary, and you'll see that they might even have a whole wall of them lined up, depending on how busy some of these locations are. Depending on how busy they are, it depends on how many that they have. And sometimes they have them inside as well as outside. Right? So with that, we're going to get into some of the video. I'm going to show you a little bit from YouTube Fair Use. And this is directly from the Lear channel that they have.
This video is not a replacement for the R290 service and repair guidelines located on leerinc.com. And all repairs should be done by a certified...
Couldn't say it better myself. They have all the information on the website. There's your Wagos.
Please read through the technical document for all warnings.
There's your Infocon R290 leak detector.
That may have occurred since the publishing of this video. If you have any questions during the repair, stop and contact the Lear technical service team for assistance.
And you hear what he said. You got the Lear tech support. If you have a problem, give them a call. There it is, 1-800-766-5337. If you have any kind of tech support questions, things of that nature.
All R290 equipment is required to have special labeling, so it should be easy to tell if your merchandiser is using R290. Labels are located on the serial tag, on the top of the condenser, on the top of the compressor, inside near the evaporator, on the back of the compressor.
So basically, we make it so you can't make a mistake, is what they're saying.
Red sleeves are also placed over all process tubes.
So you see in the picture there, condenser coils is right there where the guy's knuckles are. You have the condenser fan motor right there in front of his left arm. And then his right arm is over the compressor. Then in the box that's over his right elbow, you have the, that's where the controller is located in that box. So the controller doesn't get wet. So weatherproof box. And that is typically going to be a Corel controller. And we can get into more of that in another video.
All Lear R290 ICE merchandisers carry the same certifications, approvals, and agency listings as our R404A units. But to maintain you...
Oh, and they just plug
all components should be replaced.
They just plug right into the wall. Components. That's what I was trying to stop on earlier.
Or your distributor for more information. Tools and materials required for the repair are pinch-off tool, hydrocarbon leak detector, thermocouples or an infrared thermometer, tube cutter, a saddle or piercing valve, 12-inch hoses or as short as possible to connect to the refrigeration system, a no smoking or open flame sign, propane fittings, a bottle of refrigeration-grade propane, oxygen-free dry nitrogen, a wet rag, an improved fire extinguisher, deburring tool, scale, vacuum pump, manifold gauge.
You're not going to need all of this, but you will need the vacuum pump. I've shown you all where you can order vacuum pumps. There's the micron gauge. Here's a can of R290. You're going to find like about 5 different styles of R290 cans. So this all depends on what setup of R290 canister you're going to use. You don't necessarily need this if it's already out of gas. And then the scale varies as well. Let me get back into it. Let's fast forward some of this.
Valve removal tube, proper PPE, and replacement parts and materials.
But he just goes over. That's what the new one looks like. Sorry about the commercial. Let me go back. Yes, people hate R290. Let's see if we can go into some more Lear for you. So they go over the trailer and those controls for the walk-ins, all this kind of fun stuff. Everything you would ever want to know, they have it covered. They even go over, matter of fact, let me go over to their website, because they're getting into something now that I find really interesting, is that they're getting into these merchandisers. And so you don't see it, but this whole top, right where the seam is, that's all a facade. So there's only a couple screws that hold that up, and up above there is where the condenser is. And like I said, the condenser is the compressor, the condenser coils, the condenser fan motor, and the controls. They're always up top. You're not going to find it anywhere else. And then inside the unit is where the evaporator is to blow the cool air around. So they have gotten into ice vending. And so say, yeah, see, they're showing it at when you go fishing, outdoors, things of that nature. But they have their own. Oh, good. This should show it. They have their own system. They have their own vending system now. So you should, I would say that you would see more of these units in less traditional places. Let's see about this video. I'm going to make it bigger. All right, and I'm going to bring it up fair use.
Basic business model. You provide ready-made ice to patrons at strategic locations. Many businesses don't
Stiff
realize
as
that
I
they
am.
can make money by simply selling ice, but it really can be that easy. Whether you produce your own ice or contract with a local company to get stock, these machines provide the ability to easily stock and maintain your supply by both you or your contractor. The available inventory and price are on display to the customer before they even make their purchase. In this case, each bag costs $4. Here's how the system works. The door is always locked. The customer comes up, swipes a debit or a credit card. Once a card is approved, the door will unlock. The customer opens the door and removes the desired number of bags of ice. And once they have finished removing their ice, they shut the door. The machine will reweigh itself, and it knows how many bags were taken by measuring the difference between the weight at the start of the transaction and the weight at the end of the transaction. The customer is then charged the appropriate amount. In this case, 2 bags were removed, and the customer was charged $8 total.
Nice. So they're handling this the whole entire way, which is nice, which is very nice. Let me show you. Once again, I showed you guys that these things they're outside, and these are the non-vended. This is inside. These are Dollar Tree, Dollar General. This is more or less what they look like when they're inside the store. Like I said, this is one. I mean, all of these units are made, to be serviced. Everything is going to need service. So if you got a CVS by you, you're going to see one. If you got a gas station by you, you're going to see one of these. So as long as they don't have ready ice on the machine, that means that the customer actually owns that unit. Let's see here. Let me get back into a little bit more from Lear. So we've gone over the pricing of the units. You see you saw the pricing, you see what they use them for. You heard the man say about $4 for bags, but sometimes the cost of the bags, it depends on how much ice they put in there. The pricing goes up to $7 and $8 per bag of ice. Let's see here. Try to get back to Lear. Now, you got the website. You have the 800 number for tech support. You know now that the older units are going to be R290. I'm sorry. The newer units are R290. The older units, you're going to find a mix of 134A and 404 with the older units. That is the refrigerant that they're using. And let's go into the product lineup. We go back. We'll start over here. There we go. So employee-owned company, been around since 1950, 52, 53. Like I showed you before, they're in retail environments, grocery stores, liquor stores, convenience stores. They do a much better job of telling you what they do than I do. I didn't even realize they did the ice transport, but they cover a lot more than what you would believe. So as you see, these units don't have a condenser with it. This one, of course, does. You can see the condenser unit right up there, and then there's the disconnect box right there, so you can work on these units safely. remove it from power. All right, so that should be, yeah, good. Keep this to about 15 minutes. All right, so there's the 800 number. If you have any tech support questions or anything like that, Lear is not going to sign you up. You're not going to get signed up with these manufacturers. Like I said, they've been around since 1952. They don't need you, right? But the customers out there are looking for you. Occasionally they might have an issue. If you do run across one that is new, that is under warranty, then by all means you can give them a call, and then they will go ahead and give you authorization to do the job. But you don't want warranty jobs, you want COG jobs. You want to go out there and you want to get these customers. That is the goal, is to actually, whether it's a gas station, grocery store, or a liquor store. Say you take over a liquor store and they have one of these merchandisers outside. You can have that, and you can also take care of the other refrigeration on the inside. But just know that this is Lear. Matter of fact, before I end this, let me do Lear controller. Let's see here. Let's share this. So, see if I get this a little better. And if you want to know about parts, yeah, parts, you can, like Lear said, they had a section for parts on their site. And then they have, yeah, there it is. And then they have, you can always go with Parts Town. Hurts my soul to say that, but you can go with Parts Town. Oh, there's manuals. You can never get away with finding freaking manuals. So here's the manual on the controller. Yes, and it is it's a Dixel. That's a Dixel. So they're using Dixel controllers on theirs, and it looks very similar to Corel, but it's a Dixel controller on there. So here's all the programming. It's readily available. There's no secret code that you need to get access to it. It is right there. It's a few keystrokes away. See, they just plug right in. Standard receptacle. These are 110, 115. Some voltages might even be 119. All right, because I don't want the keyboard warriors in there going nuts. So everything is right here. Right here. What I'm actually trying to get to right now is I want to show you guys some of the prices on the parts, and then we can end this. But this is the number one. Lear's the number one company out there that's providing that. So say $3 for the fan blade. This is the internal. Now, this is not R290. This is not an R290 fan motor. This is for the other ones. That's 134, 44. Now, you can use this. You can use this fan motor, right? And you can also use a Supco SM999. Right? I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Let me show you what a Supco SM99 999. There it is. Let me show that tab. So here's a Supco SM999. This is a universal evaporator fan motor. It's $10. Depending on who you go to, as much as 12. What the hell? We'll go with this one. It's outside the box. So Supco SM999. Let's see if I can get all this advertisement out the way. Supco SM999 comes with all the components. It's very similar to the, I can't remember the residential one. There's a Supco Universal for residential, and the number escapes me. I actually have one, but I just don't feel like going to get it right now. But But for commercial, you're going to use the SM999 to replace a fan motor such as the one that's on the Lear. And there's all the components to make it fit, right? To get the exact same distance away from the unit, from the blade and everything. Everything you need to get that exact same length, you can do that with the SM999. So here, door gaskets, everything is readily available. These timers are also for the old 134A, 404A units. And this is $58. And you can also get these a lot less expensive with Supco. Let's see. Here we go. And so here's the Dixel. Now you can use this Dixel controller. This is already set up for the Lear units, or you can go with a universal Dixel controller. But this is well, the price they got here is $235. And around the universal is around that. Let me see what the universal. Sorry about going back and forth with this. Let me see what the universal Dixel is. Universal Dixel. That can't be. Really? All right. Let me go with a better. Yeah, these are XR06CX. These are programmable. Yeah, about 130. So the price on the universal Dixels changed, and they have. This is what the Dixels look like. And so all the sensors are going to plug into the back. All the wires are going to plug in there for the defrost settings, and you can actually change and control and set your defrost the way you want to. It's just a lot easier to put in the OEM controller. But here's all your stuff. So this Dixel controller here is for the new one. You can also wire it up to the old one, but it's primarily for the new one. Star capacitors. So you see the prices aren't that bad. Here's a door heater, $100. So you need the door heater. When the door heater goes out, you won't be able to get the door open. You won't be able to get the door open because the condensation and everything freezes, and then it freezes the door shut. High limit. This is the old school controller, $46. These will soon be unavailable, especially the ones that are with the Mercury controllers, because they're deemed not efficient enough. So those are going away. These are the door gaskets. So you see the prices aren't that bad. They aren't that bad. There's the fan guard. These fan guards, when you see them, usually they're broken. They're like hanging, all kind of stuff. So that's a good sale right there. Glass doors. So you get the idea. And everything has been in stock. Everything is in stock. So here's the sensor probe that goes into that Dixel controller. So that's the probe for it. Some more door gaskets. All right. So you can see that the parts are readily available. You can get these parts anywhere. There's plenty of training videos that they have on YouTube as well as on their own site. You got phone numbers in case you have any issues with anything. These are very straightforward. I don't foresee anyone at any level having any kind of problem servicing these units. None whatsoever. They're only maintaining, 32 degrees or below, so that the ice stays frozen. Anything above 32, you're going to end up with bags of water. 32 and below, you have ice. Right? So you have to maintain below that 32. And these ice merchandisers are usually going to get down to like 0 because you got to compensate for the doors opening, closing, summertime, ambient temperatures, all that kind of stuff. So, but they're usually constant, steady running units. It's not that big of a deal. The ice does most of the work on keeping these things cool. The ice inside, the bags of ice is doing all the work. These units are just maintaining. So with that, I'd like to thank you guys for all your support. Sorry for the long 25-minute video, but I just wanted you guys to know a little bit more about Lear. It's a company, like I said, has been around since 1950, 52, 53. It is something that is everywhere. You just have to open up your eyes. You open up your eyes and take a fresh look at your surroundings, and you will see that commercial is all around you. There's opportunities everywhere. And with that, I wish you much success.